Hey everybody, welcome back. This is the Chow Dawg, and today we are making a staple of any good barbecue, a smoked pork butts, better known as some good old-fashioned pulled pork. This came out fabulous. Let me show you how I did it. Today I'm going to be using my Pit Boss 1150 pellet grill. I love this beast because she makes easy work doing these long cooks. We're going to be smoking about 9 hours, so let's get to the kitchen. Our pork shoulder today is about 10 pounds. I'm gonna do a real simple rub. Got some of that all-purpose seasoning, some salt, some pepper, some garlic, and some brown sugar for some bark. So I'm gonna score initially the fat cap. I'm not gonna trim it. There's not a lot of fat on there, but scoring it helps the collagen break down and allows this stuff to get tender a lot more fast. So I mix up all my ingredients except for my salt. I've already salted it separately because I want to be able to control how much salt goes on here. But I put about 2 cups of brown sugar and about a 1/4 cup each of the all-purpose, the garlic powder, the pepper. And the trick now is just to make sure that we get an even coverage all the way around. Now this pork shoulder was already moist. It's been in the refrigerator. So I am not going to use a binder, but you can use some mustard if you like to hold your seasoning on there. I'm not going to worry about that. I am going to, however, let this rest on the counter because it just came out of the refrigerator. I'm going to let this rest for about 30 to 40 minutes and come to room temperature while I'm waiting for my Pit Boss to get up to temp. I'm going to kick it off at about 300 degrees. Then I'm going to salad it back down to about 275 for the rest of the cook. But again, I'm going to make sure that I make sure all sides are covered. And I'm going to place it on my pellet grill, fat side up, so it can baste along the way. So after about resting for 30 minutes, I got it on the grill, and let's go. Came back, I wanted to insert a thermometer on the inside of the grill just to make sure that my readings were accurate. And again, with this Pit Boss, it is spot on. So I'm gonna get the lid closed back, and I'm not gonna bother this for another couple of hours. All right, here we are at about the 3-hour mark. I want to kind of see where it was. And I've got a mixture of some vinegar and some oil, some water, equal parts of vinegar and water. And I'm just gonna spritz the meat portion of it. I'm not gonna spritz the fat because I don't want to cool this pulled pork, this pork shoulder down. Just want to be able to keep it moist and keep it moving. All right, it's been about 5 hours. My temp is now at 170 degrees. I got great color on it, so I'm gonna go ahead and wrap. I don't want to get any more smoke in there. It looks good. Just want to go ahead and get it wrapped in some heavy duty aluminum foil and get it back on the pit and finish it out there. I'm going to try to get this baby up to about 205 degrees, which is to me, it depends on how it feels when I put a thermometer in there, but at 205 degrees is kind of the sweet spot that I've been working with. I'm going to use 2 pieces of heavy duty foil. I'm going to wrap one side in one direction, then I'm going to just shift the pulled pork around and wrap it in another section. And I'm going to allow it to seal in any juices that may try to escape and get it nice and snug. I'm going to get it back on the pit. I'm going to reinsert my meat probes, and I'm just going to let her do her thing until she reaches about 205 degrees, depending on how it feels, but we'll see you whenever we get back to that portion of it. All right, so I'm back. My thermometer says it's 208 degrees. It feels like butter when I insert my thermometers, so she's right where I want her to be. What I want to do now is remove my probes. I'm going to get it into a aluminum foil pan to catch any juices. I'm going to let her rest for about an hour. After an hour, I'm going to come back, and the test of a good tender pork butt is if you can pull out that bone nice and easy and it comes out real clean like you see right here, then you already know that this is it's good and done, and it's good and tender. Now with some cotton insulated gloves on the dish, so I'm gonna go ahead and pull it with my hands. Even though this rested an hour, it still is very hot, so feel free to use a fork or some meat claws, but make sure you protect yourself because it can be really hot. So I have a customer coming by to pick this up, so I'm going to go ahead and pull it now. Before I do, I'm going to go ahead and hit it with a little bit of that Meat Church Ghost barbecue seasoning. I want to sprinkle it real high like so and make sure I get some even coverage. This adds a lot of flavor to it. I'm going to give it a stir, and I'm also going to douse it with a little bit of my Chow Dawg's homemade mopping sauce. This is kind of my version of that Randy Scott's barbecue sauce with a little bit of a variation, but this gives it a nice taste, a nice flavor along with that Meat Church, and it makes it really, really moist for the customer. So it's really nice. So that's it. That's about all we need to do. I'm going to hit it once again. I'm going to taste it again and re-season if necessary. But other than that, she's about ready to go out the door. This is a real simple thing. If you know what your temperatures are, you can get this taken care of. So see you in the next video. All right, the customer's here. I just gave him a sample. He loves it. 10 pounds pulled pork out the door. A little bit of my mops and sauce. A little bit of that ghost season makes easy work. Take care for now.